is a lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Jeremy Lee in the building and every guest that you ever needed. Sports cards after hours keep the hobby heated. Updates, hobby talk like you never seen it. Sports cards live and none could ever beat it. Sports cards is a lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Welcome to another episode of Sports Cards Live with your host, Jeremy Lee.
All right, guys, what is up? We are back. We are back for another episode of the Fanatics Collect Weekly Auction Ending Watch Party here on Sports Cards Live. It is October 19th, 2025. I'm Jeremy Lee. And there are some awesome cards going off as usual. Good evening, Gennady. Hello, Laura. Hello, Jacob Dahl. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. We're going to start things off pretty much right away. And hey, if you happen to join us last night on Sports Cards Live, what a show. That was fun. We'll see you back next Saturday too. In the meantime, let's get on with it. Let's get on with the program for tonight. And lots of cards tonight that caught my eye. So let's start with baseball like we do. Top row, 33 Goudies, Babe Ruth, and Lou Gehrig. And those two bookend cards are spectacular. The red Ruth in the middle, number 149, it's a great card too. Just seems to have a bit of a surface snow issue that for me really does take away from the presentation of the card. And so yeah, that's, you can see that it's kind of like, look at that. It's interesting. It's you can see the fibers throughout the card. It's still pretty cool, but not something that I would want, but a nice card. Well, any 33 Goudey Babe Ruth is a nice card. Let's leave that at that. And now let's look at the number 144. Let's look at 144 for a moment here. Grades out of 4. It is obviously off-center to the right. Doesn't totally bother me, the centering on these. I prefer it was better centered, but I guess if there's a drawback on this card, which again is graded a 4, it's the registration. It's quite blurry in the face and the hands and the bat. You can, and this is I would say a pretty serious registration issue, not in terms of the way it makes the card look, just in terms of how extensive the offset of the printing plates is. You can see this pretty big kind of bluish shadow coming off the bat there and white up there. I mean, this thing should all be, orangey yellow. So that's for me, that causes a problem. This one, that would take me out of the game on this card for my personal collection. But corners and edges are solid, very solid. Back off center like the front, but still a great card. 16,500 right now for that one. And then we've got this PSA 3.5 Lou Gehrig, which, I mean, this thing, from a distance, and I haven't looked at it up close yet when we're about to, but from a distance, this thing just looks so clean. PSA 3.5. Left to right centering looks to be perfect. Top to bottom looks to be like, this might be just perfect centering. Absolutely stunning. As we zoom in, you do see some of the some snow effect. It's not as easy to notice the snow effect on this card because of the very light blue, that baby blue background, which I do love. You do have a registration issue as well. Look at that magenta color fringe coming off the top of his cap there. But not bad overall. This card is going to do well, I would think, because that centering is, almost unbeatable, I would say. Currently at $8,000 for the 3.5. It's a pretty sweet card right there. Ken Wood, what is up? So you've been on 2 cards already, thinking about another one, thinking that you will be talking about and interested in what I have to say about it. Well, don't tell me yet. Let us know at the end of the show. Chris says, hey to the babe. What's up, Jeff McMahon? And I know, Chris, you're not calling me babe, right? You're talking to Babe Ruth there. All right, next row. Another Lou Gehrig, 33 Goudey. Yeah. Oh, interestingly, and I didn't even notice until now, the first one up here, this is the number 160. This is the later card in the set. Here's the number 92. And this one has the darker background. And you know what? Look at the registration on this. It seems to be really, oh yeah, look at this. Look how focused his head is. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. You got some stains, one right about there. Border's not nearly as nice as the last copy. And this is a 1.5, so that explains it. Still a great copy though. Great image of Lou. The centering is off. The corner, you got corners, you got some edge staining. Oh, and then you got a couple birthmarks on the back here. So that's something to think about for sure. It's a 1.5, currently sitting at $2,800. 1940 play ball Ted Williams, PSA 3, top eye appeal, 30%. It's a beautiful card. Take a quick peek at this. Not everybody likes the black and white cards or the sepia tone cards. I don't mind them. I prefer color, but I don't mind them. This is beautiful. This card is just beautiful. Like conditional. Oh, I love the back. I love the color of the back. I don't know. This would be, yeah. I just looked at the serial number because I'm thinking to myself, for a 3, this thing looks stunning. And then you look and you see that this is very recently graded. So this is graded under their, PSA's current grading standards, which are a lot tougher than they used to be. So this card likely would have been a 5 back in time, and it does have the above average eye appeal as well to kind of validate that too. 1941 play ball Joe DiMaggio, PSA 1.5 with an MK qualifier for a mark. I don't see it on the, oh yes, there it is. You can see there's a pen mark at the bottom. Somebody wrote 300 right down there. That's not so bad though. But this card, very toned on the back, rounded corners, and not beautiful rounded corners, some print marks or folds, something like that, right cutting through his neck there. Yeah, this is one of those cases where it's such a great card, but it's got some centering issues. It's got ununiform, non-uniform wear on the corners, some print defects or whatever these lines through it are. So great card, but you have to be able to handle those blemishes, if you will. If it's one that you would consider for yourself at $11.25 right now. So not a bad price at this point in time. Anyway, what is up, Curmudgeon? Hello to the professor. David Chase. Yeah, I definitely do have a preference, David, on the Garrigs. I wanted card number 92. I wanted the first card in the set simply because it's the first card in the set. That's really the only reason. Otherwise, they're basically the same cards. There might be a little bit of a tone difference, but I wanted the first one. To me, that's the if I can say, for me, I don't know if true rookie is the right terminology, but to me, that's the true, even though I think they're both rookie cards. Beautifully rounded corner, says Chris on the DiMaggio. Speaking of DiMaggio, 48 leaf in a PSA 2 with above average eye appeal. This card is awesome. Look at the registration on this. Look how crisp he looks, Joe. The corners have pretty uniform rounding, which I love. The biggest issue is the centering. It's a little bit to the left. It's a little bit low, but that green is beautiful and deep. The blue on the arms is wonderful. This is such a great copy. You do see some kind of like folds or layering on the back corners. It is on the back, but right there, especially on the lower left corner on the reverse. But we are dealing with a 2 here, recently graded, or at least in the last year or so. I like this copy. I have a copy already. If I didn't, I would seriously consider this one for myself. Really like it. 48 leaf Warren Spawn, one of my favorite cards. This thing looks unbelievable from this angle. Never mind how handsome he is, and of course I say that because I get told he looks like me or I look like him. So, but this thing is just a blazer for the grade, especially. Okay, it's not perfect. It's a little bit high, a little bit to the right, centering wise. Corners, the bottom right, the bottom corner seem to have some slight rounding, but not like I love this bottom right corner. You've got the fray. It's just like a perfect curve on it. The registration is very good. Not perfect, but very good. He looks clear. The eyes look clear. I love this card. And this, to me, such a great copy. If I didn't have a copy of this card in my collection already, I might be going after this one. I like this a lot. A lot. 1275. Oh, gosh. 49 Bowman Satchel Page. PSA 5. Now, I own this card in this exact grade in a PSA 5. This one, though, the centering is quite poor, I would say. It's high, it's to the right. You can just look at the width of those, the top and the right borders versus the bottom and the left. And that's going to cause people some, to pause before bidding on this card. It's still nice. Color's good. Registration is decent, not perfect. Such a cool card. The reverse looks great. Not a totally recent grade, but sometime in the mid to late 20 teens, I would say. A great card. What I just realized as we look at this row, I own a copy of all three of these. Do I own a copy of all three? I have the bookends. This is just me now auditing myself against this auction. I have the bookends here, and I have I don't have the Gary. I have that one there. So fun cards. How about a 49 Bowman Yogi Berra? I want this card for myself. I want to get this card in my collection, and I would love this copy. I'm just not buying it. I don't need this in an 8.5. I'll be happy with a nice 4. But this is a gorgeous 8.5. I mean, look at that. Look at the color. Look at the red. It's just beautiful. The centering is almost perfect. He looks great, nice and clear. It's not a perfectly registered card, but it still looks really good. Back looks good. Has a little bit of a line right there, but that wouldn't bother me. Maybe save you a few bucks. Yeah, great copy. It's an 8.5 older grade. I don't know if that grade would hold up anymore, but still a lovely card. And 1950 Bowman Ted Williams in the PSA 4.5. So I want a copy of this card. I just don't know if I want the 1950 or the 51. I've always said I wanted the 51s. They're basically the same image, but the 51s are taller and they have the name bar on it. So you can see the player's name on the front, which I like. But this copy is just beautiful. Now, I would never need to own both the 50 and the 51. This has superior eye appeal, top 5%. Hard to disagree with that. This thing looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, like this card is this is a card where, like I'm not saying that it should be higher graded. I'm not saying it should be a 6, a 7, or an 8 because it doesn't have sharp corners. But this to me is as good as a 6, 7, or 8. Like it's just amazing, actually. What a card. How about this? This is the 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle. This one comes from the My Dog Ate the Corner division. Just to use a little Chris Sewell lingo there. I think maybe he'll start using that division. I made that one. I'll have to let him know. But this thing's an absolute disaster of a card. I mean, let me rephrase. The left side is an absolute disaster, and it's got issues elsewhere. But the reason I say that, look, it's way off center to the right. And besides it missing about, 5% of the card, it's also got all this weird staining going on where the card remains. Well, you can't have staining if there's no card, but all sorts of weird surface staining issues all through there. How about the back? And notice how the back is also missing the exact same section. So I couldn't resist. Sorry, guys. But okay. But look at the staining on the back. It's almost like somebody held a lighter underneath it, just to toast it, but not to burn it. Seems like that might have been what happened or something like that. But yeah, bit of a disaster here. I mean, his head looks good. The name bar is good. The bat looks good. The clouds look good. So the upper right quadrant looks good. The rest of this thing's toast, though. Literal toast. $3,200 still for this card. I'm really curious who is buying this and what their rationale is for owning it. I mean, unless it's just like, I need this card. I don't care about the grade. The cheaper, the better. And this one fits. And I'm not, when I say I'm curious, not to criticize, I'm just legit curious who's going for that card. But here it is. The card is now presented in this copy in its full entirety. No missing corners, but this card's got issues too. two severe print lines going right down it. You know, centering is really bad. It's like, I don't even know if this is this even 90-10, but horrible centering, horrible print lines, and it's got some weird staining along the bottom. Yeah, like, is that a coffee stain, smoke stain? What is that? I don't know. But this stain here, it comes all the way up through his jersey. You can see this faint line right there as well. I don't know if you can see on my screen there, but so this, and it graded a 3. This is graded a 3. This must be an old grade. Yeah, there's no way this is a 3 anymore. I would steer clear of this. 12 grand. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like that card at all. I love this card though. 51 Bowman Yogi Berra. Bought a copy for myself at the last Sport Card Expo in Toronto. I think I got a PSA. I don't even know what the grade is, a 3, a 3.5, or a 4. It's about as nice as this copy here, though. That's an 8.5. This is beautiful, though. This is beautiful. Mine probably doesn't have sharp corners like this. So look at the sharpness of those corners. Nice, clean border at the top. Almost perfect centering. Beautiful name bar. Bottom. Oh, this card is awesome. This card is beautiful. And I think the grade kind of reflects what this card is. I'm almost surprised it's not graded higher, to be honest. Why isn't this a 9? I mean, it's tough to say. We can't see everything, but that's a beautiful copy. I love the card. And then the 52 Bowman, second-year Bowman Mickey Mantle in an SGC 3, sitting at $3,500 with a NBA silver diamond on it. And okay, it's got some surface issues. It's got a print line here. It's hard to see, but there is a print line there. Corner dings, some scratches. Centering's very good, though. Bottom corners have issues. And there's also some surface wear. I mean, again, guys, when you join me here on Sunday nights, you're looking at the cards that I'm interested in looking at. And sometimes, you know, some cards I think that are just important to the auction or important to the hobby that some other people will like, of course. But you're definitely going to see me enjoying some cards that I'm interested in. And I want to add this card to my collection one day. So I don't know that copy would do it, but a similar one would. How about this one? Here's the same card, SGC 5. Exceptional eye appeal. And yeah, look, this thing looks pristine. I mean, from a distance, it looks pristine. Now it's not going to be as we zoom in. Yeah, a little bit of a corner ding, maybe a print line right there. Really well centered, slight registration issue. Bottom right corner's got a bit of a problem. Okay, here on the back, you can see, first of all, you see a bit of layering on the bottom right corner, and then the gum stain or whatever that is on the back, which, again, that doesn't bother me. Like, this does not bother me. Those birthmarks on the back of that other card bother me. Missing a chunk of the card certainly bothers me. This doesn't bother me. I prefer it wasn't there, but I'll take this and save hundreds or thousands of dollars. This is a great copy. I'd be happy to own this one. Happy to, in my collection. And from the same year, the second year, Willie Mays and a PSA 2. Another card I'd like to add. I just love these early Mays and Mantles and Jackies and Berras and Mutuals and Spawns and Pee-wees, all these cards. Okay, but anyway, on to this Mays. Several fish eyes. Ooh, that bottom left corner's got some problems. So does the bottom right, the edge and the corner on the left there. It's got a bit of a registration issue. You can kind of see the magenta fringe coming off below the black outline for what should be his arm. Some little bit of surface issues here. Fisheye right by the end of his eye there, and there's another one on the border. I don't mind the odd fisheye. Like, I don't love them. I don't mind them. But if they're right on the border like that, that's something I'm not going to be able to stop looking at. Something going on the top right too. Yeah, it's a decent copy, but probably wouldn't be for me. Clean back. Love the card, though. Just a work of art. How about an SGC 3 Mickey Mantle 52 tops at $50K right now? That's clean. I mean, it's off center, obviously, but you look at the image and it's very, very nice. It's got a bit of some sort of a print line coming down over here. Yeah, something up right over there too. Bit of a surface issue right there. Love this type with a solid line along the bottom of the Yankees box there. Anyone here bidding on a Mantle tonight for $50K or so? What a great card. Close out of there. There's the Maze, the 52 Maze, and a PSA 4 looks beautiful. PSA 4 Hank Aaron rookie card. Very nice copy from in my initial glance. Yeah, it's a 4. Top corners have a bit of rounding. The centering is not perfect, but it's decent. Oh, that bottom left corner, though, that's going to be a problem. That bottom left corner is a problem. I don't like that. But hey, you know, we can't always afford what we can like. 55 tops, Sandy Koufax rookie PSA 5 with an eye appeal designation, top 30%. Let's take a look at this guy. I mean, the centering's great. It's got a few little like printing marks here and there. And I guess registration wise, I'm not used to seeing this thin blue stripe along the bottom, but look at his name, Sandy Koufax. Look at how the registration is. Look at how, like, this is like, put on your 3D glasses for this one, especially if you're zooming in. You know, if you're looking at it at arm's length, you're probably not going to notice this as much. But here you can see 3 distinct layers: yellow, white, and blue in the name Sandy. You see the yellow stripe coming down here beneath the green. Like, does this impact the eye appeal? When you look at it from here, you can't really tell at all. But when you zoom in like we do here, we notice these things. So I don't know. I'm a little bit torn on this one. Like, that does, because I'm so detail oriented and I'm such a registration snob that I can't help but notice these things. But when I look at him, I don't see it as much. I see a little bit of the light blue fringe coming off the right edge of his cap here, but that's really it. Other than that, I don't see any problems with the main parts of the card. It's only when you zoom in on the name Sandy Koufax and look at this green bar here and either to the top or the bottom of it. So this is still a great copy. I don't think I'm arguing with the above average eye appeal. Like, if it were any higher than the A, I would have an issue with it. But when you hold it at arm's length, like, this card looks every bit of a very strong 5. So I'm not going to dispute the grade or the eye appeal assessment. Actually, I think it's a beautiful copy. And you know what? Even though I'm such a registration snob, I would probably be happy with this card in my collection. I no longer own a Sandy Koufax. I do have a painting of the card up there. It's just up above the Jacques Plante. As you can see it right there. You go. See, there's my painting of this card. So I do love this card. Yeah, I think I'd be happy to own this one, actually. All right, let's continue. 56 tops, Ted Williams, PSA 8. Just a pretty card at 3,800. 67 tops, Mickey Mantle, above average eye appeal. The centering I'm curious about here. Let's zoom in. Yeah, it's a little bit low. It might even have some tilt, but corners, edges, and image are all really nice. It's an 8. Yeah, I don't think I would have given it eye appeal this time on this copy, but at least it's the lowest level. 2,200 actually seems like a pretty good deal for the card. Nolan Ryan, Jerry Kuzman rookie, PSA 3 with 15% eye appeal. So let's see what's going on with this one, because sorry, what's it at? 775. Let's zoom in on this guy. Top right corner. Top corners do have some minor issues. The bottom right corner looks pretty good. Bottom left corner has some wear. Top left definitely has wear, and top right has minor wear. There's some surface issues going on. But centering wise, I think this thing is really well centered, you know, maybe to the point of perfect. It is a 3. I mean, I have to think that, well, you got some white showing the bottom corners on the back too, but this is a nice copy. I'm not going to dispute the eye appeal on this one either. 775. I mean, and it's hard on a car like this. It's actually hard to notice though that those corner issues on the front. It's hard to notice because they blend in with this, whatever this wood grainy or this fabricy thing is. Okay, let's we'll scroll to the top. We'll go to page 2 of baseball. But first of all, Linda's first. Oh, hello to you. Hello to Found Treasures. David Chase here said slabbing helped 1950 Bowman cards showing the names of the players on the front of the slab. For sure. Yeah, good. That's a good call, David. I still want it on the card, but I hear what you're saying. That does make sense. Oh, Blue Jays up 5-0. Is that still the case? Is that still the case? Or just keep me posted if you don't mind. Laura, please. Thank you. Linda's first picked up 3 Crosbys this week. Flair Legacy, EX2000, White Rainbow Credentials, and the Lure Glitter Bomb. I love it. I love it. I'm picking up modern Crosbys too. So that's great. Very nice. Congratulations, Linda's first. Okay. 71 Topps Nolan Ryan, PSA 7.5, the black borders. Is this thing on tilt? Like, let's zoom in. What is going on here? Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. How does this get a 7.5 when it's so tilted? Look at the width of this border here on the bottom. Okay. Look at the width here, guys. Right at the bottom. Start at the bottom. And as you roll your eyes up, it just gets wider and wider. Like that's the kind of thing that makes you dizzy. The corners and edges are great. Beautiful. Beautiful. But this tilt is horrific. Like, I hate it. And it looks like there's weirdness going on the back surface here too. I don't know what that is. I don't like this copy at all. Like, I like the borders and the corners, but no, I think this thing would make me nauseous. I'm getting nauseous looking at it. So no, at least there's no eye appeal. At least they gave it no eye appeal at Fanatics. I highly dislike this copy. Yeah, making me dizzy. 7.5. I just don't know. To me, that's a joke of a grade. But again, I don't set the PSA standards, and I don't know. I also don't adhere to them. So it is what it is. 93 Finest Refractor Barry Bonds, PSA 8. First refractor. Big card, Barry Bonds, PSA 8, great grade. We can take a quick peek at it to see if there's any glaring issues with it that we can see here. Like the corners and edges on the front, I didn't notice anything wrong. Can't tell so much on the back, but this thing looks really nice. Newly graded, easily a 9 in the old days. I shouldn't say easily, but you know what I mean? Like, could have easily been a 9. How about the Griffey game jersey from 1997? The first jersey cards ever. This is the first baseball jersey card. It's even number 1. So just like he has the number 1 card in all of Upper Deck's history, outside of promos and that, he has the number 1 jersey card. Although they made them in 96 for hockey. However, I don't know when those came out. Did they come out in 96? Maybe they came out in early 97. This is the first baseball jersey card. And it also is not properly cut, but nonetheless, graded a 7. I'd love to own one of these. $2,200. Here's a Griffey Finest Refractor with coating PSA 10 at $575. Nice card, Seattle. Cal Ripken Jr., 24 karat gold Fleer Brilliance at $3,500. I love Ripken. I'd love to buy this card. I can't afford it right now, but I would love to buy this card. It's recently graded. Oh, look at that. Somebody want to buy this for me and I'll make payments. I'll pay you off like $100 a month for 3 years. $200 a month, or as long as it takes, whatever it is. What a card. I love it. This is the one of these times where I'm like, should I just like extend myself? But I'm not going to. But I have one other cool Ripken card, and this would certainly go well with it. Oh well. A-Rod Rubies from 99 out of 50, 2,100. Great card. Love it. There's the Tony Gwynn PSA 7 at 1,750. I have the Griffey in this set, and I'd rather add the Gwynn than the A-Rod. It's got some weird stain on it, so that would bother me. Probably take me out of the running, actually. There's only 50 of these made, though, so maybe you'd have to just sort of take the pill and take the card if you are willing to buy it, but still pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. 1,750. I mean, not that bad. How about this? I don't remember seeing these cards like maybe once or twice way back and kind of rolling my eyes at them. But now I like this kind of stuff. Thank you, Laura. I see 5. Oh, Gennady, 500 a month, and I got a deal. Woo-wee. No. I wasn't expecting anyone to take me up on it. 500 a month. You're willing to finance me here, huh? I love it. Thank you, Gennady. 1999 Skybox Thunder Dial 1 Ken Griffey Jr. PSA 10 Pop 12 at $775. I mean, this is awesome. Look at this. Rounded corners. Is this supposed to be like a calling card sort of card? Is that what this is? Is this? No, it's not. It's from a pack. It's Skybox. But it's supposed to be like a calling card or just a vintage cell phone. I think it's pretty cool. And listen, Pop 12, like that's pretty low. 775. People just must not know what they're looking at with this, because I can't understand why this would only be 775 when it's a Pop 12. That's a pretty cool card. I'm tempted. Yeah, I'm tempted. Hey, crazy. And the A-Rod Essential Credentials from 03, number 67 to 67. I thought that was pretty cool at $210. We're into all access extended bidding, guys. So let's just keep on going. 5-2 Blue Jays. Now, what inning are we in, Laura? What inning are we in? Hello, Kinger. Welcome to the show. No, yeah, it's a Nokia. Hey, it looks like a Nokia. All right, let's go to basketball. Jerry West, PSA 7. It's off center, but look at the color. It's gorgeous. Edges and corners are beautiful. I would love, I don't know, I've never owned this card, and I would like to. It's on my list. One day. And, this copy would do, listen, I would own this copy, except that I feel like I could find a nicer 4. A better centered 4 with minor other defects that would make me just as happy. But this is very nice. This is a very nice copy. Yeah, it's off center, but everything else is gorgeous. 2,700 there. I like it. But this card here, 1975 Topps Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in a PSA 9. I want this card. And the reason why I want this card is because thank you, Laura, heading to the bottom of the 6th. After I implemented my no oversized card rule and moved out of my Lou Alcindor rookie card, I realized that the card to represent Kareem in my collection should be his first Lakers card. And this is it. This is his first Lakers card, 1975 Topps. So I want one of these bad. This is high up on my wall. I was searching for one at the National. I couldn't find a copy. That wasn't, battered up. And there were very few that I even saw. And I was looking for this card. So I love it. This is a beautiful card. I think the centering is just off a bit to the left. Yeah, because I did look at it. It's off a bit to the left. But look, I just love it. Oh, I want this card. I'm not going to buy this one, but I do want a copy of this card badly. And I'll be happy with the nicest 8 I can find. Or 7, if I can find a grade 7. I just don't know that it'll be what I'm looking for. So we'll see, but I'm going to be very happy for whoever wins that card tonight. How about the second-year Magic? But this is the West card. I believe it's like an all-star type of thing, West versus East. It's a PSA 10. So he's got, his main card in the set. This is like the, I call this like a subset type of card, the Super Action subset. And 17 and a quarter. Looks to be perfectly centered. Let's have what a cool image. Just another. Oh, look there. You got Kareem right there too. I didn't even know that. Never even noticed that before. This is a cool card. So cool. And look at the centering. Look at those angles between the corner and the corner. They're basically identical. And on the bottom, a little. Okay, so it's shifted a bit to the right. It's easy to see when you look at those angles, but still, what a great card. PSA 10. So, PSA 10s, again, they don't need to be perfectly centered. This one certainly isn't perfectly centered. It's also not like a super recent grade, but 10 years ago or something like that, I'm guessing. But I love the card. I have the regular Magic from this set. I might want to grab this one too now, especially now that Kareem is on there. Super cool card. Couple of warp speed. So guys, 95 warp speed, PSA 10. So lucky me. I had this card. I sold it outside the Hyatt at the National 2 years ago. I think I sold it for $3,500, and now it's at $14,000 for the PSA 10. And here's a BGS 9.5 at $4,000. And I mean, how much different are the two cards going to be? Maybe they'll be different. This is such a nice card in hand too. I do want to get one back. I'll be happy with a really nice 8 sort of thing. This one's got some edge chipping on the bottom, which is weird for a 9.5. Maybe it's not chipping. Maybe we're just seeing more of the bottom of the card. I don't know. But let's have a look at the 10. I wonder if this was, who knows, this might have been my old copy. I mean, it doesn't look any better than the 9.5. How about the bottom border here? Oh, the bottom border is way nicer here. But look at this over here. Look at that. That's not supposed to be there. That's not supposed to be there. Whoops, where'd you go? Where'd you go? I don't understand that. That is not supposed to be there. That is definitely, it's minor, but it's still an imperfection. But it's not imperfect enough to preclude it from having got a 10 back in the late 90s. So I don't know. I'd hate to be the buyer of this card, to be honest. If this was perfect, like if that wasn't there at the bottom and if this looked gem mint to me, then hey, 14 grand all day long. Ray Allen's Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor PSA 10 at $700. These are beautiful. Love this set. Maybe my favorite atomic refractor in basketball of all time, design-wise, is this 1998 Bowman's or 96 Bowman's Best. Oops. There's a Jordan atomic refractor from 96, PSA 9 at 4,100. Hot Shots MJ with an NBA gold, PSA 9 at 7,500. You got to look at the tips of those flames. And the cut above BGS 9.5 MJ, $16,000 right now. Yeah, I used to have a Hot Shots. I don't anymore. Would love to get one of those. Would love to have a cut above. Would love to get a warp speed again. When if you guys were watching Sports Cards Live last night, I told the story of when I had to utilize the PSA guarantee because I bought a PSA card, and it was it was this card here, Ultra Platinum Medallion. I had a PSA 9. I bought it, and then I had it. I must have given it to Fanatics. I had it in the vault, and I actually had it listed in the Buy Now platform up here in the Buy Now platform. And what happened was somebody from Fanatics, or maybe it was even PWCC back then, reached out to me and said, "Hey, someone reached out to us and thinks that your MJ Platinum Medallion is counterfeit. Do you mind if we send it back to PSA for a review?" I said, "Of course not. Go ahead." So they unlisted it, sent it back, and then I got a message from PSA saying, "We've determined your card to be fake, and we want to reimburse you fair market value." And so we went through I had to negotiate with them because they came out low. But anyway, it was this card here. I just tell you that because this is a card that you need to be careful with. I think they probably get it right now, especially this is a very recently graded copy, so I'd have no concerns about this one with PSA. But just interesting that this card is often counterfeited. And I've not just because it happened to me, I've heard that it's often been counterfeited. Here's the Golden Touch, 96 MJ Golden Touch, BGS 9.5. I don't mind this card, but I like the other year. I like the 97. I think it is Golden Touch better. This one's at 2,800. Bowman's Best, Shaquille O'Neal, Atomic Refractor, PSA 10 at $470. I like this card. I'd like to buy this card. I'd like to add it to my collection. I'm just curious what the population of this card is. So why don't we just quickly log into our trusty friend Card Ladder. And here we go. We'll just bring this over here. And we will go to sales history. And we will search for Shaquille Atomic. Oh, let's go back to here. So this is the 97 Atomic 1997 1997. We'll even do PSA. And where is it? Which one was it? Yeah, it's reaching up. Is it this guy here? No, it's not that. Is it that one? No. Where's the card? Where's the cop? Here. No. Here? Yeah, here we go. Population wise, pop 24. That's pretty low for a PSA 10. There's 23 nines. So not bad. Not bad. I like it. I like it. Maybe one day I'll buy one. Okay. Couple of hoops high voltage 500s. We've got the Michael Jordan and the Kobe Bryant. Jordan's BGS 9, Kobe's a BGS 8, and the Jordan's at 16K, Kobe at 5750. These came out of like dollar packs. It's beautiful. Never owned them myself. I'm not going to own them tonight, but very. And a Kobe Bryant Jambalaya 97 Jambalaya, great card. The 97 Skybox Competitive Advantage Michael Jordan at PSA 9, kind of a unique looking card. And, you know, I'll be honest, like, I don't love the looks of this card, but it takes me back to those early, I think I talked about this last week, those early House of Jordans podcasts. And they used to feature one card per episode. And one episode, they featured this competitive advantage. I remember I'm walking and I'm listening to them describe the card, and I don't even know what the card is. And then I went home and I looked it up. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. But, you know, it is a die cut, and not that there's anything wrong with die cuts. It's a die cut just like it looks. And or is it? It is a die cut, but is this a die cut version of it? I can't really tell what's going on here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I know they are die cuts, but were there ones that weren't die cut? I don't know. I think this is a die cut version of it. Just that black background's hard to distinguish. In any event, neat card. And if you go back and listen to the old House of Jordans podcasts, if they're still out there even, you'll hear them spend some time talking about this card back in the day. I have fond memories of that. There's the Golden Touch that I do like, the 97 MJ, 9250 here for BGS 9.5. And then check out the Topps Chrome 40 Refractor MJ. It's a PSA 10. This has to be one of the coolest images of Jordan on a card. The look away pass, you know, while he's in the air. He's got his head's become green from, you know, refractor greening, but still a pretty cool card. I think it's I don't love this, whatever you call this wreathy thing here on the card, but I do love the image of MJ. 2,200 for that right now. There's the electrifying in a PSA 8 for 1875. Kobe round ball royalty refractor PSA 10 at 2,100, and a Kobe aerodynamics gold out of 25 from 98 upper deck. It's a PSA 8 pop 2, none higher at 2,100. This to me seems like a steal right now at 2,100, simply because there's only 25 copies made. It's a nice upper deck card, and there's the serial number right there, 6 of 25. Cool image. I don't know, just from a pure rarity and scarcity perspective, I'm assuming it's rare. I think it's probably also scarce. $2,100. The MJ Gold Encore FX, numbered out of 125, PSA 10 with a silver NBA sticker at 3,900 is a pop 4. That's it. $3,900 for this one. Kobe Bryant E Exceptional, PSA 9 out of 250 at 2,500. I wonder what the print run was of the Jambalayas. They didn't tell us. They tell you on the E Exceptionals to 250. Are there 25? Are there 200? Are there less, equal to, or more than 250 Jambalayas printed? I don't know. Does anybody know? I'm curious. And here's a Shaq Topps Patriarchs PSA 10, pop 10, PSA 10, pop 10, and it's at under $100. I mean, I'm surprised because of the amount of demand there is for low pop PSA 10s in our hobby. $94. That seems really cheap. Now, let's check the not the population, but I'm curious as to what the overall population is. You know, what's the total pop? So let's just type this into Card Ladder quick. And we will just get rid of some of these things, but we will go PSA, and let's see what we get here. Oh, PSA. So total pop is only 70 across PSA and BGS and SGC and CGC. Total pop 70. This is one of the, and look at that. I think that's the last sale of $200. I think that's what that means versus like the card ladder value. I think that's actually the last sale value. And we're sitting here at 110 bucks, which is like 132, I guess, out the door right now. So that's like a great deal right now. Where were we now? Where were we? Okay, we're at the bottom of page 1 of basketball. We're going to go to page 2 of basketball now with a couple of game jersey cards, the 99 Kobe PSA 9 at 850 and a 99 Master Collection MJ PSA 8 at 2900. That's a cool card. That's nice, right? I'm not crazy about this sepia toned MJ here. I wish he was more in full color, but it's still a nice design. It's a Master Collection, and you got a nice piece of game worn jersey. 2900 on the MJ. Kobe Bryant Essential Credentials from 2001, numbered out of 39. This is the future, and this is a year of Essential Credentials that I don't see very often. We don't talk about very often. That's in the card. The top right corner is not totally clean. Yeah, bottom right corner isn't either. Corners got 8.5. Okay, so that seems right to me. 4,300 on this card, number 39 to 39. It's a bookend. Cool card, nice image. What do we have? Still some more basketball. Okay, let's run through the rest of these basketball cards, guys. We've got the Ovation Jordan jersey floor auto at 7,250. Not a Bulls card, not even a Wizards card. This is a North Carolina card. Autograph looks pretty good. A little bit of bubbling in the bottom there. It's still graded out of 10, which it's just weird. I mean, it's not a perfect auto, so how does it get a 10 when it's got bubbling? But you know how we feel here about autograph grading. 7,250 on that one. Here's a Jordan Chrome, Topps Chrome The Move refractor PSA 10 with NBA gold at 2,700. 2003 first year exquisite Kobe base jersey parallel numbered out of 25 is at $3,000. There's a Kobe pristine refractor numbered 1 of 25 PSA 8 at $9,500. What a beautiful card. I think we looked at this recently and I made that same sort of comment. What a beautiful card, flying through the air, legs up, feet up to his buttocks. What a great looking card. And just so smooth. Look at that beautiful serial number there. I like what they did here. With that's a design element I never noticed before. They got the border lines here coming, and they go all crazy around the number and the word refractor. That's cool. What a beauty. Just a beautiful card. 9,500 bucks there. A Jordan dual jersey card numbered out of 10 from Exquisite at 3,900 bucks. This is super cool. I mean, you got the pretty much the full shot. He's full shot of Jordan. He's about to shoot the ball. 2 different colored jersey pieces, only 10 copies. It's from Exquisite. This is a really cool card. Like, this is a card that's going to be like the cornerstone of many collections. 3,900 bucks. And there's this 06 Essential Credentials Future out of 77 at $8,000. A gorgeous Kevin Durant SB Authentic rookie patch auto at $1,375. For 25,000 bucks, we got an exquisite scripted swatch MJ out of 16. Only out of 16. And there it is. The autograph it's there. You can see it nicely. Beautiful 3-color patch. The auto get a grade. The auto graded a 10, which is, kind of interesting. I just don't understand it, but whatever. It is what it is now. By now, 08 Exquisite. That's a sick card, $25K. And there's the 09 Michael Jordan base jersey parallel numbered out of 25 in a PSA 9 holder. Love this card. I own the patch parallel of this exact card, which is out of only 10. It's my favorite Jordan card that I have. And so I love watching the silver jersey piece out of 25 sell, because I feel like it's somewhat of a comparable to what I have, which is the rarer patch piece. So nice to see this one doing 77.50. How about the now appearing the Scarface poster MJ PSA 10 at 1175? That's not so bad. What's the pop on this? Let's go back to Card Ladder. We'll go to the total graded screen and we will just paste in this card. And PSA 8 is pop 171. Someone said it right there in their title. PSA 10 is a pop 170. So that's not a teeny tiny pop, but it's not crazy either. 1175 on that one right now. We have a Tim Duncan logo man from National Treasures at 11,500. We have a Karl Malone logo man, BGS 9 out of Immaculate at 5,250. And we have a very nice flawless Luca patch auto from 2024, numbered out of 10 at $15,500. That seems like a lot to me for a, 8th year card or whatever. Certificate of authenticity, the enclosed game worn used material, which was worn used as a member of the Dallas Mavericks. Look at that. Panini adding some detail to the certificate of authenticity there. Still doesn't tell us what player wore it, but it's better. I mean, if they were to add this enclosed game worn used material, which was worn by Luka Doncic as a member of, if they would add that, I'd be delighted. They're just scared. They're just scared to really let you know what's going on. They must have serious liability issues. But nonetheless, this card's awesome. I love the looks of it. I mean, I would rather own this than an RPA that is photo shoot or event used. So assuming this is worn by Luka, which in this case, I do take that leap of faith that it was. Beautiful auto, beautiful patch, beautiful card. Love it. I love it. All right, let's move on to hockey. We've got a Frank Mahovlich PSA 4 rookie card from 1957 Parkhurst, recently graded. This is a big card. I mean, this is it's the second most important, if not the first most important card from 57 Parkhurst, along with Henri Richard. PSA 4 looks super clean. Yeah, like this is wonderful. What a great copy. Give me this all day long over some, PSA 7 or 8 that was graded 15 years ago or 30 years ago. This is awesome. This is a great copy. It has eye appeal. I think they gave it eye appeal. They did above average, $600. I would highly recommend this card, or just endorse the ownership of it. It's not perfectly centered. It's a bit to the right, but it's hard to tell. And that's just from the name bar. This card looks great. It looks absolutely wonderful. Here's a 57 Topps Gordie Howe PSA 4, also recently graded. This one looks really good too, outside of the centering, of course. But it's got, what I don't like is this. I don't like that right there on the shoulder. That just makes me not want the card. That ruins the card for me. Right there, right? Because I can't stop looking at that. I don't want to look at that. So that card's out for me. 310, though, still a decent card for other people who don't mind those things. 1969 O-Pee-Chee Bobby Orr All-Star card, PSA 9. I never loved the looks of these, but they're kind of a sign of the times, right? And this is really well centered. It's a very old grade. It's a fun card. But it's not the main card. It's not his main card in the set. So it's more for the master Bobby Orr collector versus someone who's just looking for his base run. Guy Lafleur O-Pee-Chee SGC 9 rookie card at $13.75. That is too cheap. That's too cheap, because if this would be a PSA 9, and it probably wouldn't be just because of, PSA, it would be worth a lot more, I believe, maybe in the 2s to the 3s. But I think the SGC discount will likely apply. Now, I don't know, I'm getting thrown off here, but it almost looks a little diamond cut to me. As I look here, the right edge seems to angle inwards as you go up, and the left edge seems to angle outwards. We look at the front. I see it on the front too. Is the card simply tilted in the holder? So you got to kind of look at yeah, it is. So it is. Okay. It is actually tilted. Hold on though. No, this card is, wait a second. Yeah, this card is diamond cut, guys. Okay. I hate diamond cut. Like, I don't want diamond cut in my collection. So here's why I'm convinced it's diamond cut, because if you can see this detail, the gap between the bottom black of the tuxedo, as they call it, and the card itself, it gets wider as you go to the right, which makes you think that the card should be like tilted counterclockwise in the holder, which would mean that when you go up the right side, it should lean left. But instead, I think it's leaning right. Let's have a look. Look at the gap here. It's hard to see, but the gap, it leans right. It leans right. Don't buy this card, guy. I hate this. I hate this. Like, this is I don't know how SGC can grade this a 9. This thing's basically miscut. It's basically a miscut card. And they call it 9 mint. Are you kidding me? Did you even look at, like, did they even look at this? Do they even? I don't find myself feeling this way about SGC, ranting like this about SGC, but I'm offended here, right? I feel offended that they gave this card a 9. I shouldn't be offended, guys. I'm not selling this card. I'm not buying this card. I'm not Fanatics hosting this card. But this card is misgraded, and it's basically, to me, diamond cut is a miscut card. If you bid on this card, I would retract my bid, or just, yeah, this is bad. I hate that. Let's move on. I don't want to get too worked up. Okay, O-Pee-Chee PSA 1.5 Wayne Gretzky. Let's have a look at this one. So, I mean, it's pretty nicely centered, right? This is a well-centered card. 3 of the 4 corners have some serious, like, action going on in terms of, like, they got dinged and kind of like pushed in, like almost stubbed a little bit. Like, this corner's all got a bunch of action. The bottom right does too. The bottom left has all sorts of weirdness going on. Top left might be the cleanest, but it's still not very good. Look at, oh, what happened here? Okay, and then look at the word Oilers. It's on a lower plane than the word Edmonton. The word Edmonton looks great, nice and dark, nice and black, but Oilers is low. So we now, as we scroll down, we're going to expect the oil drop to be low. And you can see that his face is all blurry, horrible registration on this copy. Oil drop is low, all sorts of red glow coming off the bottom of his legs. You see it up here on the helmet as well. So, I mean, listen, it's well centered and it overall presents okay from a distance. But when you inspect the corners and the registration, you have some issues. Look at that fisheye right there in the middle of the demographic information. Another one right there. The back's fine though. Like, I mean, who cares? That's minor. But yeah, this is for a 1.5. This card's fine, and I don't dispute anything about it. It's actually really nice for 1.5, I would think. So I like the copy. If this is in your budget and you're looking for an O-Pee-Chee Gretzky very recently graded, this is a great candidate. It's a great candidate if you don't mind the registration issue. Second year Gretzky PSA 9, also recently graded. You know, it's not quite a 9-digit serial, but it's in the 9. It starts with a 9. Nice centering, nice edges and corners, good color. It's a great copy. Yeah, it's a great copy. I don't mind this copy at all. $2,300 on that one. There's the Topps version with the puck blacked out there. Couple of 1980s Gretzky non-base cards. Yeah, we got the 1982 in action PSA 10 and the 1983 highlights with Gretzky and Messier. And I can tell you guys, back in the early 90s, this card here caught fire in the hobby. It caught fire because everyone knew about Wayne Gretzky, but then when Gretzky left LA and Messier became the captain and went on to win another Stanley Cup in Edmonton without Gretzky, Messier's stock went up huge in the hobby. I'm talking like 90, 91, 92. And this card featuring both of them from the 82-83 set, it caught fire. I remember I couldn't keep it in stock in my card shop back in the day. Here's a PSA 10 at 460. It's not still on fire, this card, because it would be a lot more than 460. But I'm curious about the population. Let's check out the pop on this. Go back to card ladder, paste that in, and let's see if we can find the pop. Pop 124 in a PSA 10. So it's not that rare. Total pop 2380. Plenty of those out there. Okay, we're into the 5 minutes, guys. We're behind here. We're behind, but that's just the way she goes. With the way she goes. Here's an 85 O-Pee-Chee Gretzky PSA 9 for $270. Now, this card in PSA 10 does, 8 to 10 grand. This 9, though, I mean, look at the centering, and it's also, oh, what a horrible, oh, I hate it. I hate it. Look at the left border, guys. It's skinny and it gets wider. Look at the right border. It's skinny and it gets wider. How is this a 9 even back then? Like, ugh, it's gross. I'm trying to see now if it's also diamond cut, and I think it is. I think not only is it tilted, but look at this right border here. Look at the gap between this PSA ridge and the edge of the card. As you go up, that gap, it's very small, but as you go up, the card gets closer and closer to the ridge to get to the top, and there's barely any gap there. Meanwhile, the gap on top remains constant. That tells you this thing's diamond cut. Diamond cut is when you don't have a perfect rectangle, guys. You don't have perfect 90-degree angles on all four corners. And this is a 9. Guys, this thing should be like authentic, or it should be like a 9 miscut. This is a miscut card. And thankfully, it's only here. This is a 270. So here's what I recommend you guys do for people who are like just blind to the grades. This is going to set a comp that hopefully is a horrible comp for this card in this grade. This card should sell for about what a 6 sells for, in my opinion. It's terrible. I hate it. But what this comp is going to do is you go find yourself a really nice 9, and then you show the guy. I'm not telling you to do this because, it's not really, might not be totally ethical, but I'm not telling you to do this, but this is what's going to happen. People are going to say, well, look, it just sold on Fanatics Collect for, whatever, $350. You want to sell me yours for that? And someone might not understand how it works, and they might let it go, not realizing that this is an outlier. This is not a good comp. It's not this comp. You need context for comps, and this comp without context will lead someone down a wrong road if they're selling that card. Buyers are fine, but sellers could get hurt. This card's garbage. I hate it. Okay, 87 O-Pee-Chee Gretzky PSA 10. Another example of tilt on a 10. Like it's less, it's not as easy to see here, guys, but I mean, I noticed it right away, and like it's harder to see, but look at the gap here. It widens as you come down. It just widens as you come down. It's not as obvious, and it widens as you go up the right side. And look at the bottom. It widens as you go right, and it maybe widens as you go left. I can't see that as well, but it's also like on an angle. Like this card's somebody, I don't know if the same consignor is selling these cards, but like either they had a terrible eye when they bought them, or they're just like, now they realize it's like, okay, I don't want to have these cards anymore. This is a nice card. And it's not rare. It's not expensive, but it's nice. It's a 95 Ultra Gold Medallion, $20 for a PSA 8 Gretzky. I think it's just a nice looking card. In person, they're nice. There are some cards out there, guys, that are so nice, but because they're not super rare, they just don't sell for much. But it's an opportunity to get cheap cards that look beautiful for good prices. Padmen is a cool insert from 1995 Ultra. This is Patrick Waugh, PSA 9, pop 2 none higher, $48. Come on. Like that to me, like I got to go bid on this. I think I'm going to bid on this one because I'm just going to go into my phone because I can't bid on this account. This account I have is only for streaming these shows. So I have to go and search for Padmen. And before I do that, I got to make sure I like the grade and just look at the card. Okay, let's look at the card here. See, okay, but look at this. No, I'm not bidding on this. You got to look at the card. I don't want that. Listen, sometimes it's just about owning the card, but this card has all sorts of edge issues, and I'm glad I caught myself. I got excited. And look at that. Like, it's not that bad, but I know I won't be happy with it. So, and look at what's going on here too. Yeah, forget it. Maybe that's why it's only at $48. And it sold. I wouldn't even have gotten my bid in. Totally certified platinum Gretzky, platinum gold out of 69, sells for $19.20. I think that's a pretty good price. Mark Messier Atomic Refractor is at $300. The Matt Sundin Atomic Refractor is at $350. This was at $100 earlier today. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll make a play at that because I love atomics and I love Matt Sundin. I actually recently bought a piece of Matt Sundin memorabilia. I'll tell you about that later. Remind me. And then we got an O2 Topps Chrome reprint. Oh, PSA 9, $108 for the Patrick Waugh. Great deal there. $4,320 on the Gordie Howe, Wayne Gretzky dual sign of the times. Rookie year RPA from Ultimate. Ovechkin does 10.5. Gosh, we took a long time today, didn't we? I'll let you guys look at these. We missed all of these. What was on page 2? It's a good thing I opened up all the pages originally. Okay, so the rookie year Connor Bedard 16-bit is still going for the PSA 10 at $1,400. But let's do one thing on this card, guys. Let's take a look at what comps are on this card. Oh, did I close Card Ladder? I closed Card Ladder by mistake. How dare I close Card Ladder? Let's go back into Card Ladder. And let's go to sales history. I basically have Card Ladder open on my computer like 24/7. So we're going to copy this and we're going to paste it into here. And we'll just get rid of this action here. And there we go. So, oh no, here's the PSA 10. Did 1795 back on May 11th. Population is 18. Oh, it's higher than I thought. Only 1.9. Look at that. It's like a 95% gem rate there, guys. Crazy. Okay. And a Gretzky Allure doubloons gets only $75 for, I think it's a third year doubloon. So that might explain that. And then, oh, I forgot about football. I didn't have football teed up and ready to go. Totally forgot about football tonight. So first of all, this Pelé Aquarella SGC 2.5. It's a nice card, 1920, and a dual shirt card, Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus. Like, these are the two GOATs in golf. You don't need me to tell you that. Both nice pieces of shirt, PSA 9 on the slab, 25 copies produced. Look how young Jack looks there too. Tiger looks serious as always. SP game use. Yeah, 260. That's a nice card. That's like someone said last week though that didn't someone say last week that that Upper Deck is just like made way too many Tiger Woods shirt cards? Was that one of you guys? What were you talking about there? I'm curious because I want to know. I want to learn about that because otherwise I could see myself putting together a mini sub PC of like, 2, 3, 4, 5 Tiger cards that are not non-auto, just like match worn memorabilia. Okay, let's quickly go look at football now. We'll just do that and we'll do football. And this should be the ones that I had on my, so these are the ones that, okay, we can look at them now. So we've got the Bowman Chrome Superfractor, Terry Bradshaw 1/1 from 2015. I mean, it's a Bradshaw PSA 9. But if you watched last night's show, Sports Cards Live, and we talked about, with Dylan, we talked about collecting modern cards that are beautiful of old players who retired a long time ago. And Dylan from Double D's Vintage loves doing that. I think they're beautiful. I haven't started really collecting them recently, except for the old Topps Heritage Retrofractor sets, which I own. But these are cool cards. I love them. 1/1 Superfractor Terry Bradshaw, Fleer Brilliance Shining Stars PSA 10 Peyton Manning rookie year card. To me, as good as a rookie card. This is really nice. Like this could easily be the one Peyton Manning rookie card in my collection. I love that font there. This is just a beautiful card. Let's have a look at the back. Oh, the back is gorgeous too. Pulsars. Yeah, what a nice card that is. 2,500. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Here's an Adrian Peterson Panini Plates and Patches brand logo 1/1 at $775 for the Adrian Peterson. Brett Favre Playmakers Theater PSA 10 Pop 3, only $2,500. These are numbered out of 100. I'm surprised this is only at $2,500. It might just be that, Brett Favre is really fallen from grace. But there it is, 30 of 100. Playmakers Theaters are beautiful, and the football versions are the nicest ones, in my opinion. This is just such a gorgeous surface. It doesn't show up here, but this thing is like, it's swimming. It's got this like almost like a lacquer on it. So nice. So nice. Let's close that one up. Here's a Skybox Thunder Rave Brett Favre out of 25 from 1998 at $3,960. And here's a Prism Deca Gold Patrick Mahomes PSA 10 Pop 2 at 4,500. So, you know, it's in that 2012 Prism design, but it's from Prism Deca, and it's obviously, you know, a tribute design versus an original, but still very nice, beautiful Mahomes. I don't own any Mahomes cards, and this is one that I would consider owning. And then we got the Jerry Rice 94 finest refractor, first year of football refractors, I believe, right? $3,000 for the Pop PSA 10 Pop 8. Let's see if there's any greening going on, because this card's still going. Doesn't seem like there's any greening at first glance. No, there's a grass stain on his shoulder, perhaps, but I don't see any greening. Guys, this is like, I feel like down the road, people will assign a much higher value to refractors that haven't greened. And this is one like that. And this is the Jerry Rice. I think that, is this the first year of, is 94 the first year of football refractors, or is it the second? It might be the second year. If it is, then it's a bit different, but still $3,000. I think a lot of that, or a portion of that, might be because this card is so well preserved and very recently graded. Great card. I love that. That's really cool. Okay, so that's now sold. We can close out of there. That's what I meant to close. Let's go to, okay, so let's see what's happening. Okay, I'm going to go to comments here before we see what's been selling, guys. I've been trying to get through so much here. Okay. Ooh, I'm looking forward to the next update on the game. Last I saw was Laura told me headed to the bottom of the 6. Hello, John Woodall. Hello, Alex. I don't know what that was about, John. Sorry. Splenda just got questioned at work why I'm listening to a man talking about other men buying cardboard pictures of men. I called him a loser and walked away. Well done, Steve. Well done. Moms don't get it. Yeah. If you don't highlight the Kevin Durant card, I'm writing it. Hey, I think I did highlight the Kevin Durant card, didn't I? Jake Dahl, that UNC Jordan auto is cool. Yeah, it is cool. And I like the color match on that as well. Casey, yes, Casey. How about the 75 Kareem? That's a big want for me. Like right atop my want list of any card out there. Laura wonders, was the LaFleur a recent grade? Laura, I don't know. I do not know how to interpret SGC serial numbers. Where'd it go? Here it is. I just don't know. Is it still, it's still going, poor card. I don't know what the serial numbers, what 427 through. I don't know where that fits, Laura. Maybe someone else knows. Professor says the Mahovlich PSA 4 Parker sold on Fanatics 119/2025 for $900, including buyer's premium. Same one? Was it the exact same copy, Professor? That'd be interesting. Bob Boozle, gross, appalling, flabbergasting. Absolutely disgusting, says J.A. OPU, says Boozle. Mr. Wonderful, hire this eagle eye man to be one of your buyers. Yeah, I would take that job. I'll tell you what, Bob Boozle, I would take that job. Sundin, you want to know what Sundin piece I bought? I'll share it with you. Bob Boozle only wants a red Tiger shirt. I did. What did you do, Jacob Dahl? What did you do? Oh, about the Tiger. Oh, you were talking about it. Yes, you said they were mass produced. Yeah, see, I don't love hearing that. He says Tiger Woods shirt worn memorabilia is in almost every Upper Deck product. Okay, yeah, I remember you saying that now. Hey, you won the Sundin Atomic. Congratulations. Great card. Linda's first confirms the 94 are the first football refractors. Yes, we are talking about the Jerry Rice right here at 3,100 at the moment. Jordan Riker hey, Jordan, good to see you. He confirms as well. 6-2 Blue Jays, bottom of the 8s. Thank you, Laura. Oh, wow. So we may go to game 7 in that series. All right. Let's see what is sold now, guys. $21K for the Babe Ruth PSA 4 here. Okay. 10.5 on the red, 9,600 on the Lou Gehrig, number 160. 3480 on the 1.5, number 92, 1980 on the Ted Williams, 1350 on the DiMaggio, 2520 on this DiMaggio, 1680 on the Spawn, 6900 on the Satchel. I do love that Joe DiMaggio. My goodness. I love this Yogi here for 5850, 1410 on the Ted, $4,800 for the Mickey Mantle with a bite taken out of it. 14.4 on the Mantle 3. 9,300 on the 51 Yogi Berra PSA 8.5. It's a Pop 8 9 graded higher. 9,300. 4,200 on the Mantle. 84 on this one. 2,000 on the Maze. 60K for the 52 Tops Mantle, which did not get any bids and extended. 13.2 on the Maze. 5 grand on Hank. 3,000 on Sandy. No further bids on Sandy either. And those guys too, I'm going to close out of that window, guys. We're going to close it up. 900 on the horrible Nolan Ryan. Way misgraded. This thing is a miscut. $1,000 on the. There's some horrible cards here tonight, guys. Like, it's not Fanatics' fault. When I say horrible, first of all, totally missed on the grade. Like PSA totally messed up the grade, and SGC missed the grade on the Lafleur. Just terrible work there. 2,700 on the Griffey. Oh, are we doing a Gennady? Are you buying me the Ripken or what? Am I gonna go on a payment plan with you now? No, don't buy it for me, please. 690 on the Griffey refractor. 25 on A-Rod. Gwyn's at 3,600 for the Rubies. This Griffey PSA 10 Pop 12 gets $930. Seems like a steal to me. And the A-Rod Essential Credentials does $288. I'm actually going to keep this window open because, oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. What if we do, let's see. How can there be nothing? Did everything just sell? Did they all just sell on me? Whatever. Let's keep on moving. All these have been sold. I'll let you guys look at the prices. 16.8 on the Warp Speed, 4,800 on the 9.5, 840 on the Allen Iverson. Yeah, all sorts of goodness here tonight. Look at the high voltages. Golden Touch, 14,000. Beautiful cards. So many beautiful cards selling tonight. Here's the second page of basketball. Almost $5 grand for this beautiful Jordan card. I love that. Look at Kobe's at 11.5 and climbing. Almost 10 grand for the Jordan jersey from Exquisite. So I have the patch out of 10. I always wonder, like, what's the ratio? If this card's worth 10,000, what's the patch out of 10 worth? I mean, is it worth 2.5 times as much? Who knows? I'm not selling it, so it doesn't really matter to me. 30 grand on the scripted SWAT. There's the KD at 1650. It's beautiful. 18K on the Duncan logo man and 7,200 on the Malone. All right, hockey. Sold. So there's the Mahovlich that did 780. The professor told us that one recently sold for 900, but he responds as, yes, same PSA for a certain number. Yeah, same card, but did not get the eye appeal label. Yeah, I think it deserves the eye appeal label. And it sold for less anyway than it did back when. So, yeah. If you want, my hot shots with NBA Gold did well. I see you made some money tonight. It's okay. Thanks, Gennady, but no thank you. I mean, what should we do? No, I'm okay. I'm okay, Gennady. I'm about to make my final payment to Market Fund Your Cards for my Joe Jackson. We're about to finally, I'm down to owing him like $6 grand, and there's an item that he's going to be selling for me now to pay that off. So that is almost done. So 810 on the PSA 1.5 Gretzky. I think that's a fine price for that. Here's a Lafleur that is just, it's diamond cut, and to me that's just a complete deal breaker. And it's not a mint 9 card. Like, this card is not nearly worthy of a mint grade, in my opinion. I mean, maybe you guys disagree, and if you do, that's fine. Maybe some of you do, some of you don't. Maybe Fanatics disagrees. Maybe SGC disagrees. I don't know how they could, but maybe I just have higher standards. Maybe I should start the J League grading business. The sports, it's an SCL 10. How do you like that, guy? You want? Should there be the SCL 10 and 9 and 8 and 7, or maybe I'll come up with some other way to grade, because I'm just not happy with the current state of affairs. Like this one here for 320. This is the same thing as that, as the 71 Nolan Ryan. It's the same thing as the Lafleur, but this one's egregious too. Like, just it's miscut. It's got tilt. How is this a mint 9? It is an older grade, so I guess there's that. You know, PSA does hopefully improve over time. Back then they hadn't improved quite yet. All right, so there's hockey for you. Kaprizov at 3360 for his Emerald Surge Auto at a 10 rookie card. Pop 3 in a PSA 10 sells for 3360. A nice McDavid auto patch here, 1140, and a 1/1 McDavid from Allure gets 1950. Nice cards there. There's the Lafleur. We can close that window up. Well, we're going to close. Oh, here we go. What's happening here? 1680 there. The Bedard Future Watch Auto gets 1740 for a PSA 9. Close that window. And football side of things, nothing really too new here. Still going on the Jerry Rice refractor though. I'm going to close that out. I'm going to close all these out. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. We're done. We're done with the screen share for tonight, guys. Going to go back to your comments now. Jacob Dahl. Jeremy, if there was any other crackerjack ball players you'd want to, Ty Cobb, Christy Mathewson, Honus Wagner. It'd be those guys for me. Jeremy Lee to have up charges for Gretzky cards. Don't make me have to come up with policies for a company I don't even have, Bob Boozle, but yeah, it would be fun. Oh, that's what I just said, David G. Mathewson. That's those. We're on the same page. That's exactly what I said. Oh, Jacob Dahl likes the Lajoie or Lajoie, however we say it. So I'll just tell you about this Matt Sundin piece of memorabilia that I picked up recently, which I haven't received yet. I have not received them yet. I'm still waiting to receive them from the auction company that I purchased them from. And I will, let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find them and I'll just show you what I bought. I'm not going to tell you where I got them or anything like that because this is a Fanatics show, but I'll show you a picture of them. I'm okay showing you that. Yeah, here. I don't think there's any. Well, you can maybe see the company. But so basically, it's funny. I was at a card show here in Calgary yesterday, and I was talking to a memorabilia guy. Actually, I was talking to this guy here. He's like, his business card is game worn jerseys, game used equipment, ticket stubs, programs, and other vintage ephemera. But it's all Calgary Flames. He's a Calgary Flames artifacts guy. This guy here. So I actually have a Jerome McGinley game worn jersey that I've had for a little bit now. And so I was asking him about it. And because I don't want to keep it. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to probably sell that thing sometime. And anyway, but I was telling him how I don't collect memorabilia. I collect cards with memorabilia, but I don't collect memorabilia. However, I do have up on my shelf there. I bought these years ago, probably coming up on 20 years ago. I bought a pair of game-worn gloves worn by Teemu Selanne, who's, my all-time favorite professional athlete. And they sit up on my shelf there. On a shelf I have, I'm not going to show you guys right now, but what I'm looking at, it's like 12 feet tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 shelves, and there's 3 sections of it. So I've got a ton of cool shit right up there on my wall that I look at every day. And up there on my Selanne section is a pair of game-worn Selanne gloves and a beautiful display holder. And I thought to myself, I don't collect memorabilia, but game-worn gloves are pretty cool. Game-worn hockey gloves to me are pretty cool. I have no interest in collecting game-worn jerseys at all. Zero interest. Don't want game-worn jerseys. I don't want game-used sticks. I don't want bats. I'd never display these things, but gloves and cards, gloves I have displayed. So I thought maybe I'll put together a small collection of game-worn gloves, and I bought my second pair ever, and they're Matt Sundin. So here's what I picked up, guys. Game-worn Matt Sundin Toronto Maple Leafs Coho gloves with a ton of wear. There's some images of them. So I bought these, and I'm going to put them up there on my shelf, or at least near. I don't know if they'll go on. They won't go on the Selanne shelf, but they will go with my, at least close to my my Selanne gloves. Let me grab. I'll show you those. Hold on one sec, guys. I'll show you what I'm just so you. I'll show you my Selanne gloves for fun. One sec. Just gonna go over here. Okay. Let me just make the screen big again. But I like it like that. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. These are my game-worn Solani gloves, and they are, he even signed them. They are just, look at the wear in there. Like these, he must have worn these for like a whole season when he was with Winnipeg Jets. Like these are just awesome. They display so well. This is a really cool display holder for them. And so I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't collect memorabilia, but maybe I collect game-worn gloves. Maybe that's my new thing. And maybe I'm going to try and, pick up a pair or two every year. They're not that expensive compared to a lot of other things. So, yeah, I mean, I just think they're super cool. And so that's the Sundin piece that I've picked up. And they'll go with my Solani. So there you go, Laura. There's the Sundin story. Jake Dahl says, I think I'm going to start an 80s era collection of Hockey Hall of Famers. Yeah, I'd love, reach Jake. Happy to, help you with that in terms of, well, you can pick your own players. If you ever want to know information like player information, happy to opine on that for you. Mainly cards. Awesome. Jacob Dahl says, great gloves. Bob Boozle, gloves are really neat display pieces. Yeah, I'm loving them. Sundin, you like them. Hey, I know I don't have them yet. So the reason I don't have them yet is because I sold items in that same auction. I sold some game used sticks. I had some Dale Howardchuk game used sticks that had literally been in my basement furnace room or crawl space through my last 3 houses, never to once be on display. They were either in my garage, my furnace room, or my or just in my crawl space, like in what depends on what house I've lived in. But like I'm talking about 3 houses worth going back 12, 15 years. So I'm like, I don't need these sticks anymore. So I sold them. And one of them I was expecting to sell for I thought it might get like $350. It got like $1,100. So I went shopping on that auction site and found these Sundin gloves along with a card, which I'll show eventually. Jeff McMahon says Solani's doing a signing here in Michigan in 2 weeks. He's such a good dude. Thank you, KCH. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Laura. Just all the compliments. Worn out Solani gloves, Jake Dahl. Yeah, right. Vintage Sports Pursuit says, get the Sundin gloves signed at Expo. He's there. I don't know if I'm going to have them. I probably won't even have them by Expo. So, however, the company I bought them from will be there. Maybe I can talk to the guy and see if he'll bring them for me. Jays Mariners going to Game 7. Ooh, that's going to be good. Bob Boozle says, I'd rather have athletes sign something like gloves than a card at a show. Same here, Boozle. I've never stood in line to get an autograph at a card show. Not to say that I have any issue. It's just not for me. Maybe because I don't want to spend time standing in line at a card show. I want to look at cards. I'm not standing in line at a card show. Simple as that. Thank you, Jeff McMahon. Brett S. says, sweet gloves, mate. I've been buying some game used autoed sticks of late. Makar, McKinnon, Barlow, etc. Yeah, listen, sticks aren't for me, but I'm glad you love them. I'm glad you love them, Brett. Sundin says, I'm waiting for Upper Deck to make a Solani Sundin honorable numbers. Ooh, why haven't they yet? Right? They both were. I wonder if they're, because it would have to be a Jets Solani picture. He only wore 13 with the Jets. And maybe they don't have Jets memorabilia anymore, but I would love to as well. Thank you, Gennady. Appreciate that. KCA says, my solid was about the gloves you haven't got yet for the thank you, Casey. Appreciate that. Yeah, I wanted to know. All right, guys, we'll wrap up. Thank you for joining. I had fun to show off my Solani gloves. I've had these for years, and I only got this holder for them, this display holder, in the last year and a half, maybe. And so they used to. I've had them displayed for a few years. If you could watch, you could literally go back and watch 5-year-old episodes of Sports Card Live in my old house and see these gloves hanging off the corner of my bookshelf behind me, from the string, the laces of them. And now they're in here properly displayed. So yeah, I want to grab them. Oh, that reminds me, I got to get another one of these holders. I'll buy this. Holders came from Pather, and I'll buy another one of those when I'm at the expo here in a few weeks. So, okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for joining. We'll be doing the premiere show. The Fanatics premiere show is coming up here on Sunday. Myself and Adam will be there. Jeff McMahon says they used to be. That's right. They used to be in the background. You are correct, Jeff McMahon. They used to be in the background. Now they're up there. New house too. So, but anyway, back for the premiere show on Thursday with Adam Gray. That should be great as always. and back for Sports Cards Live next Saturday too. So hope to see you guys both nights if you can. Hope you're available. If not, check it out on replay. Laura, good night. Thank you so much. Did punch my time card. Yeah. And good night. Good night to you, Jake, and everybody else, guys. It's Sunday night, so have a great rest of your evening. Have a great week ahead. We'll see you on Thursday. We'll see you on Saturday. That is it for tonight. Good night, guys.
Thanks for tuning in and being a part of the Sports Cards Live community. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and most of all, keep collecting. More great content to come. Sports Cards is a lifestyle.